Across the global marketplace, a quiet truth governs commerce that few Nigerian businesses and government delegations have fully grasped. Culture is not decoration, it is structure. The way a German CEO evaluates a proposal, the silence of a Japanese counterpart during negotiations, the hospitality of an Arab investor, these are not quirks of personality. They are deeply encoded systems of trust, hierarchy, and decision-making forged over centuries. For Nigerian delegations who treat the world as a uniform marketplace, the consequences are measured in lost contracts, failed partnerships, and wasted sovereign resources. The assumption that Nigerian charm and a well-crafted PowerPoint are universally transferable is perhaps the costliest delusion in our international economic engagement. Let us examine the cultural architectures of the world's major economies. In the Arab world, relationship comes before transaction. The concept of wasta, social connections through trusted networks, is paramount. Rushing to business is perceived as untrustworthy. Moreover, understanding Sharia-compliant frameworks like sukuk is commercially essential, not just culturally polite. In Japan, silence carries profound meaning. Japanese business culture is built on nemawashi, building consensus through informal consultations before a formal meeting even begins. Treating their culture as a puzzle to be gained rather than a system to be respected is fatal. In Germany, precision is a moral obligation. Thoroughness and punctuality define the landscape. Comprehensive documentation is not bureaucracy, it is a covenant of reliability. In China, business is anchored in guanxi, a network of personal relationships built on mutual obligation and trust. It requires patient cultivation. The concept of closing fast is antithetical to Chinese business philosophy. We must also look at critical nations often in Nigeria's blind spot. Türkiye is the bridge between Europe and Asia. Turkish business culture is defined by misafirperverlik, hospitality. But do not mistake warmth for immediate commitment. Decisions are hierarchical, negotiations are passionate, and trust, güven, must be earned over time. Canada, the world's 9th largest economy, is a polite powerhouse. Canadian business culture emphasizes egalitarianism and consensus-seeking. Their communication relies on strategic indirectness. Furthermore, Canada's vast Nigerian diaspora represents an extraordinary yet underutilized bridge for trade and investment. Why do our delegations consistently fail abroad? Too often, we engage in photo-op diplomacy, where the handshake and the press release become the objectives rather than the outcomes. We travel with cultural illiteracy, assuming our warmth is a universal currency. Driven by the urgency of economic survival, we adopt a transactional mindset. We push for quick closure, and in doing so, we close doors. Perhaps most damaging is the absence of follow-through. When the bureaucratic machinery at home grinds to a halt, trust is broken, and future opportunities evaporate. At Alliance for Economic Research and Ethics, we provide the framework for cultural mastery. We advocate for rigorous pre-departure cultural immersion, structured diaspora engagement, dedicated relationship-building budgets, and strict implementation accountability. Cultural fluency is not a key you borrow for a single meeting. It is a craft you master over a lifetime. Nigeria's economic potential is immense, but only if we learn to open the right doors before it opens. The world is not